Have you ever heard of Borneo? Man, of course you have. It is that big island in the Pacific Ocean, divided between Malaysia, Indonesia, and Brunei. Today, I have a 24-hour layover in the city of Kota Kinabalu in the Republic of Sabah, which is part of Malaysia. But I'm not just going to spend 24 hours doing nothing. No. I'm taking you climbing. And as you can see on my way in, I had a whole road to myself in the plane. This is what we call luxury. Upon arrival, after a quick sleep, I went to my favorite shop in town, the camping shop. And after a good meal, to the only climbing gym in the whole island. Let's be honest, this gym is old. It's run down, but it is perfect. It is perfect because it is vibrant. It is animated by a strong community. And although people come here without proper climbing shoes or anything, they're doing it with intention, with passion, and with fun.
Happens to the best. Happens to the best. Especially to me. That would happen every day.
And I'll be very honest, what we're gonna see today is not great climbing. That's okay. Especially from me. What we're gonna see today is a fun moment spent in the city of Kota Kinabalu.
Yay!
Now, while we're looking at this handsome man, that's me, we are going to quickly talk about Kota Kinabalu, Malaysia, because it is, in my opinion, one of these kind of hidden gems in the world. Although there are more and more tourists going out there, it is, and it remains, a kind of hard to get to place because you would need a plane to get there, obviously. You cannot get a bus or anything because it is an island. And the closest city is, well, it's itself. That's Kota Kinabalu. So it's not really easy to get to, but once you go there, you may have the opportunity to climb Mount Kinabalu, where you will be able to find the highest via ferrata in the world. Yep, indeed, on Mount Kinabalu. I was planning to go there in 2020. You know, before that big, you remember the mask, you know what I'm talking about. So I was planning to go there in 2020, but unfortunately I haven't had the chance to, and after that started to travel, and now I don't have the money to do that anymore. But this place is an absolute gem. If you have the possibility, if you have the finances to do it, please consider climbing Mount Kinabalu and supporting the locals in their adventures as well. Coming back to this climbing gym, this is not a proper boulder gym. As you can see, it is more inclined to traditional climbing. There are, I would say, maybe 15 different routes that you can choose from. And the group of people that were climbing with me this day were, if I understood correctly, from a company. So it was a company event, and unfortunately the whole traditional section was at full capacity. Therefore, I was only able to play on the boulder section because that's all, that's all, and that's part of the game as well. It's okay. So if you ever get the chance to go there one day, maybe call in advance to make sure that there is no event or anything, or maybe do a booking or something like this. They're quite responsive on Instagram and all. And again, this is not sponsored, I'm just sharing information. Now, because the bouldering section is quite limited, as you can see, the lines, the routes, the problems are very limited as well. I had trouble properly understanding and reading the routes until I realized that there are no real routes. There are just holds pretty much everywhere. It's more of a playing board where we can just practice, and that's good enough. That's absolutely fine. Yes. I really had an amazing time there, to be honest.
Everybody's supporting, everybody's cheering.
Even though I was not able to talk to many people, the vibe was absolutely
Yes. That's why I go bouldering. It's for this spirit.
I stayed for about 2 hours and a half.
I have no clue where to go, but I'm just gonna use whatever I have in front of me. There's no line anywhere.
Half climbing myself, but half looking at others, and and cheering for others, and you know, they're just wearing sneakers, like they're doing what we are doing, but in plain sneakers with no training, with no. So you gotta give them kudos as well, and that's really something to cheer for. So the vibe was really amazing, the ambience was really awesome, and I had a blast, to be honest. So again, I recommend you to go if you have the chance to. Regarding the price for a 2-hour session, it is approximately between $4 and $5 US, which is awesome, obviously. They do offer chalk and rental shoes, but I had my own, so I did not need any. The whole space itself it's an indoor climbing, sure, but it is outside, so it is covered, but it is outside. As a result, it is absolutely hot. That was my main issue that day. I'll be very honest. I've used a lot of chalk to try to erase all that sweat from my body. Climbing in a plain heat was much harder than I thought. And then 2 hours later, after cheering, after falling, after climbing, after having fun, after crying my way out of these problems, it was time for me to go back. To go back to the city, and the moment I arrived in the city, next to my hotel, I realized that, wait a minute, I've been to Borneo in 2022. And if there is one thing I remember in Borneo is the sunset. But then I turned around and I had the chance to witness one of the best, most beautiful sunsets I've had the chance to see this year. At least this year. I will leave you on this note. This was a short video. This was mainly a talking video to share my amazing experience in Kota Kinabalu in Borneo. Borneo, an island that I really love, that I really like to share about because it is still one of the lungs of our earth. There are still primary jungles out there with orangutans and elephants and wild animals that we do need to protect. And in my opinion, if you are a traveler like me, you will also want to discover Kota Kinabalu, Sabah, Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei, and overall Borneo, as well as the rest of the world, of course. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe. Please leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and I will leave you on this beautiful, mesmerizing sunset. See you soon. Bye-bye. Bonjour. Viens me voir, toi. Ça va, Titi? Un gros peu peur. Enfin, t'es pas très gros, hein, mais bon. Ça va? Pout, pout, pout. Hein? Ça va? How is life? Huh? How is life? Uh-huh. You got a lot of things to say. It's a girl.